show this kit in a little more detail. This is all the parts there is. The top torso here is in two halves. Each arm is 2 halves and everything. The helmet is in 2 halves, 2 pieces, you know. But I'll show you. The frame, the engine comes molded in, and this is the left side of it. This gear case here screams 1970s Harley Davidson. All the springs come molded in, and then here is the right side of the engine with the carburetor set up, and the brake drum, or the brake disc drum brake housing. There, I got it right. There's the oil tank and everything. Like I say, the frame is in 2 halves. There's the foot pegs. That's the way they come molded in. Here is the front forks. Handlebars came mounted to it. The pin here that holds it to the frame comes mounted in, so you got to clamp the frame around that. But what I intend on doing, I may do away with that so I can make the frame, do the seam work on the nose or the end of the frame there, and then just run a pin through here, and that way I've got that set up. There's a tachometer right here. The tach mounts between those 2 spots. It's got a nasty sinkhole in the middle of it, but that'll be taken care of. I'm missing one of the pipes. This is the second pipe for the trailing cylinder. That goes here. So I'm missing the one that comes out here, and then it deletes itself here. Just comes down and around, and then straight back to here. And as you can see with this one, it's pretty much just, you know, straight. I mean, there's no, with this motorcycle that he had, there was no mufflers. So what I might do is I might forego this one, and just, you know, because I don't want to ruin this pipe. I may go ahead and make my own, and that way I can drill out the ends of it. I'll go ahead, you know, with it cut flush, you know, you can drill out so far and then do the angle cut on it, and it should turn out pretty good. But I want to open those up, but I don't want to ruin this pipe, so I may make a new set of pipes for it. Here are the wheels. This is the rear wheel assembly. It comes in 2 halves, and I'm not going to snap them together because they're a devil to get back apart. This kit is a no glue kit. It's supposed to be all snapped together, but we will remedy that. That way I can do all the seam work. There'll be a seam that needs to be taken care of here. This part here locks into the frame when it locks into that piece right there. So when it's mounted on there, when it's mounted on here like this, that locks it in. That way it holds the bike up, and then this piece goes in, where is it? This notch right here. I'm trying to look through the viewfinder. Goes in this notch, and it holds the motorcycle up on the wheelie. Like I said, I don't want to snap those together because they get locked in pretty good. And here's the front wheel assembly, and I want to keep them apart because I got to go in and I'm going to clean up all around these spokes and make these spokes a little thinner, make them look a little better. And right now it escapes me. I can't remember the name of the kit, but I'll put it right here. I've never heard of this company, but they're the only ones that I've seen that made these kits. There was 2 of these Evel Knievel Harley Davidson kits. The wheelie bike like I have, and then there's another one called I want to say it's a stunt cycle. I'll put the picture right here of that one. Here is the gas tank, the seat, and the rear fender all as one unit. And I thought that was, always thought that was funny. He had that little parachute on his motorcycle. And then over here, and I'm trying to be quick about this because I didn't charge my phone and its battery's running a little low. You can see some paint on here because this is a pre-assembled kit. I had this kit when I was very young. My mother bought it for me because I was such a big Evel Knievel fan. But here is the left arm, and then the right arm. It's not, you know, not too bad a detail for its time period. And you can see I tried gluing his hand. He kept falling off, so I glued in his hand and glued the bottom of his feet to the motorcycle to try to keep him on there. Here is Evel Knievel himself. And I've used, I soaked it for quite a long time, at least a couple of weeks, to get as much paint off of it as I could, because all this, the white is bare plastic, and then this was painted with enamel, and that enamel just does not want to come off there, which is okay. I'll prime over it, and if I got to rescribe some of these lines in here, I will. But there's what his face looks like. So not too bad. Got a seam line going across the top of the head, but that'll be covered up with the helmet. And here's the lower torso. So you can see with the glue on the bottom of it, where I tried gluing him to the motorcycle seat. And then here's the helmet. You can see the lines here are pronounced. I'm kind of thinking about sanding those flush, and then that way I can get a better look with it, because I got to fix that seam and it's going to run right through the middle of that anyway, so I may just sand all that down. It will be airbrushed on. So, and then here is the nameplate, and the nameplate, you can see where the glue is. The nameplate actually goes right on there like that. And this is all stained up. I've tried washing it off, but it'll be wet sanded and fixed and everything. And here's the big number 1. You have white stars with a blue background, and then red and white here. And then this will be white down here, and then the letters Evel will be blue. And that snaps in there just like that. The motorcycle will hook in here, and then he's on a wheelie there. So, but that's what we're looking like. Like I say, I had this kit, I want to say since like 1974, 75, somewhere through there is when I got the kit. If you try to buy this kit now, this is an expensive kit. I won't lie to you. I've seen them on eBay starting at $200 with this one. The stunt cycle where he's got the ramp and everything and he's jumping, that kit is in the neighborhood of $300 or more. So you know, if this was a brand new unsealed kit, you would not be seeing this video. I would show you the box, but since I built this as a kid, I'm going to restore everything, and hopefully get it you know, looking like a nice display piece. So I'm gonna have to do the decals. It has stars, white stars. It'll have red Harley Davidson on it. The seat will just be detail painted. It'll have white stars, blue background, white stars here. On the tank, it'll have a big number 1 like that. Harley Davidson number 1 on there, which all those, like I said, I'm gonna have to make myself. With the exception of the stars, I got trying to get some vinyl stickers printed up. I'm getting them in many different sizes because I need stars for him, and then I need stars for this tank. And here, these stars here are going to be extremely small. I've got some that's getting some printed up that are 1/16 inch, 1/8 inch, and increments right on up. So I'll have what I need here, and then I'll have some stars for other things that I need. But that's it. Appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you like this kit. And just stay tuned. It'll be after the first of the year. before I really get rocking and rolling on this. May be the first build of 2018. So welcome back to an update on the Evel Knievel motorcycle, the wheelie bike. Show you what I've got done here. I kind of mocked up the pipes. This is using the solder. I was missing the front pipe and made it out of the solder, and you can see I opened up the ends on the exhaust pipes. I got to go back in and sand them a little bit, file them down and make them smooth. But that's what the pipes are going to look like. There's supposed to be a strap that goes from here up to the top of this the shock mount. But I looked on a lot of the other bikes that he had, and it really didn't have that. Harley Davidson had a standard, there was a little bracket that mounted right in here somewhere. I think it either mounted to the axle nut or it went onto the frame there. So that's what I'm going to do. If you haven't noticed in the other updates, the sprocket chain is missing from the bottom section here. I'm just going to have to wing that. I don't know. I don't really have anything to make that out of. This is not really a 1/12 scale. Kind of, sort of. It might be 1/12 scale. I've got some motorcycle parts that I'm going to dig through and see if I can't find something that I can patch that up with. This is a very low parts count motorcycle, and the frame it lacks a lot of detail. The engine lacks a lot of detail, but we're going to go with how it is. I'm not going to add a whole lot to it. I've got the wheels painted. This is the rear wheel. This piece is what hooks in. This part hooks to the frame, and this part here hooks into the base to keep the motorcycle at an angle. So that's why it looks like that. Nothing I can really do about without going, nuts about the spokes. They're a little out of scale. They're a little way too big. No, I won't say a little too big. They're way too big for it, but it is what it is. There's a seam. I don't know if you can see inside where the two halves of the wheel meet. There's no way I can deal with that. So, like I say, it is what it is. I'm going to make the best of it, make it look as good as I possibly can. Here's the front wheel. I got to go back in and touch up the chrome. Thinking of what I might do, since his motorcycle, you got chrome wheels on the motorcycles anyway. And I'm going to go back in and I'm going to possibly hit the hubs and the outside edge of the rim with the Malo toe pin. I've got the back side of it done as well. The back side's where I've got to kind of do some touch-ups. Thinking about going back in and doing it with the Malo toe pin. Hell, if nothing else, I can just clean it up and start over. Here's the body. I'll snap him together for the time being if I can without breaking anything. Yeah, I'm not going to snap him all the way together, but that's what he looks like. He's standing on the seat, reaching down, grabbing the handlebars on the motorcycle. And I'll show you something that I did, and I did this on purpose. If I can get him back out of there without breaking him. The way the arms are, they were made to go in. You put the arms in, and then this was in 3 sections. You had the face piece, which I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a seam. You can see part of the seam right there. Cut right across here. Back piece, the front part of the chest, and then the head, face, and everything. Why? I don't have a clue. I don't know why they couldn't have done it in 2 halves, but it's not for me to question. But the arms, you can see the way it's notched. It was made to go in here, and then you close the 2 halves up around them. Well, I don't want to do that because I want to address the seam that's going to be created when I put these arms on. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut all that off and make that just a smooth peg to where I can just slide it right in and attach it. There's a little issue with the helmet, and I didn't realize this, but actually I didn't pay attention to it when I was younger when I put it together. It doesn't go on his head, but I forced it on his head, and what happened, it was split the helmet. I just popped it on there. Apologize for my language. So what I'm gonna have to do is on the inside here, there's a pin where the two halves go together. There's a locator pin here on each side, and if you can see all the way down inside of it, there's another one. That one down there I'm not going to worry about, but I've got this thing, I have got it glued. It is glued really well. So I'm going to take the Dremel and I'm going to make it the same thickness. Actually, I'm going to thin it out just a little all the way around, and this here will get thinned out to where the helmet will fit comfortably over his head before I do any painting, because if I get this all painted up and then the helmet goes on, and it'll scratch the paint off of his head and everything. So I want this to be able to go on there nice and smoothly without scraping. So started painting on the number one. It may look a little dark on camera, but it's a nice red. I do have a little bit of junk in it right there. So I'm going to start or continue painting on this. Where it says Evel, that will be black with a white background here. Stars will be white, and then I see where I got the front part here on the red on the stripes are red, and then you got the white back here. Well, it'll be the same thing up here, only blue. I will mask all this off, and just this front section will be blue with white stars. So it'll look pretty decent. I think won't be show quality or trophy worthy, but I don't care. It looks good in my collection. I'm not 100% sure on something. You got this, and I apologize, I've got the door open and there's trucks going up and down the road out there. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not. This is made to go on the front of here like this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or not. I might and I might not, because it's kind of redundant. You got this up here, but then you got the Evel that goes on there. I guess this Evel's in the background, and then you'll have this little plate up front. So like I say, I'm not sure. I probably will, but what I'm thinking about, if I do use it, I'm going to, if I get in frame, I'm going to drill holes in here to match the pegs, or I'm going to shave the pegs off and I'm going to mount it down lower, because it's made to sit. It's made to sit proudly like that, and I don't want it up there that high. I may just level it off with the rest of it. But one thing I have decided to do, there's the slot where the back wheel goes in, and apologize for my camera angle. Let me get this off here. I'm still using my camcorder. I like using it. It's easier for me to upload videos and everything. But what I have decided here, since he's going to be at an angle like this on the wheelie, I've decided that all through here I'm going to take, I got some hell, I can't remember, it's 400 or 600 grit sandpaper, but it's a nice asphalt color, and I'm gonna put it right here just like he's running across the asphalt. And so it won't be the white base, it'll be, like I say, it'll be like he's riding a wheelie on the asphalt. Alright, and this is going to be another update on the Evel Knievel motorcycle. As you can see, I've done quite a bit of work. I got a lot of work done to the bike. I still got to do a lot more detail work. This is just sitting on there. Had to make a new right here. I had to make a new gooseneck for it, a new pin. I had to drill all that out. Got to go back and touch my tire up there. See, just done a little chrome work. I got to go back in. Like I say, I got a lot of detail work to detail painting and stuff to do in here. I didn't find any plastic chain, motorcycle chain. Like I say, this bottom piece is missing. I'm going to have to do something else. I did find this rubber chain, and it just, I don't think it's going to work. It's just not looking right for the bike. Like I say, I got the base coat of white on there. I'll go in and I'll mask off the tank here, the top of the tank from the front here all across the top, and this back fender here gets a blue, and then the side of the tank will be white, and it'll say Harley Davidson in red. I got to go back in and I'm going to shoot white paint on this piece underneath the tank, because it gets the same color blue as this. There's supposed to be a blue line, like right on the bottom of that tank there'll be a blue line, and then it'll be blue underneath of it as well. The seat will be a metallic blue, and in between the ribs will be a metallic red, and then there'll be a diamond shape here and on this other side. This is going to be a little tricky to mask this off, because you got the parachute here, and then you got the cable that runs down and goes wherever. I've got to go back in. I was thinking that I dropped it. I was thinking that his Harley had like on the hand grips here, camera focus on it, thought it had chrome ends on the hand grips. It doesn't, so I'm gonna go back in and paint those black. But that's what the bike is looking like so far. Like I say, I still got a lot of work, detail work to do on that. You can see the number 1 has gone back to white. I didn't like the way it was turning out. I like the red stripes, but for some reason or another, the paint just was not drying. I used enamel primer, and then I shot it with enamel white, and it just did not dry. It did not want to dry at all. It was still tacky. When I masked off the stripes for the red stripes here, it turned out good. But when I run a mask across here so I could paint the where it says Evel, painted that black, and when I peeled the tape off there, you can see where the tape was on here. Everything was tacky and just sticky, and then when I started painting up here on where the stars, this top part here gets blue, it just looked like hell. So I just tossed it in a super clean and took it back to white. I've decided that what I'm going to do now, instead of that's got the only thing I done here when I stripped it back to bare plastic. You can still see a hint of the blue. That's from the paint that was on there before. I mean, I soaked this part here. I soaked it. Man, I know for weeks try to get this off, because all this was brush painted with the Tester's square bottle enamels. Let's see. I know I got. Yeah, it was painted with square bottles. I guess that was back in 1977, 78. So I got the this is the sandpaper, if you can listen. That's the sandpaper that I've got for the asphalt, and I'll go ahead and put the bike on there. That's what she's looking like so far. Oh, I don't want to mess my pipes up. Still got to attach those. Like I say, I still got a lot of detail painting to do, and he will be standing on the seat like that, holding onto the handlebars. I had to shear off it had 2 clips on here. One went in there and one went in there. But when I tried to kept test fitting him, trying to test fit it, it kept breaking this part and breaking this part apart. Just kept snapping them into. This guy is posing to be very irritating. This is not too bad. The arms were not bad at all. The helmet, the helmet I thought was going to be just, come on, focus. I thought the helmet was going to be a major pain in the ass, but the helmet is actually coming out pretty good. I still got some work to do on it. The camera don't want to focus, but you see where that little crack is right there. That crack is not there. It's actually, that's putty and primer. I'm trying to get this swirl here straightened out, because the seam line, you can see where the seam line, it went right across the top of the helmet. And I did get it to where it fits on his head nice and smoothly, so that's not an issue. It'll just go right on there without a problem, so I don't have to worry about it scratching the paint off. But you can see, I don't know how in the world I'm gonna fix this. This thing was in 3 pieces. You had the back part, and then the front part here, and then, you know, you can see where the seam is. From here up was a face. Why in the hell they would mold that like that, I do not know, unless there was some undercuts or whatever. But it's posing to be a problem to get rid of the seam. You can see right across his neckline, or the, not neckline, but the in the V of his leather suit there. I've been working on that, trying to get that squared away, and I'm just going to have to shoot, come on camera, I'm just going to have to shoot putty in here and just kind of fill in the crevice, because there's no way in hell I can go in there and get that smooth, because I don't want to get rid of the stars. So he's coming along slowly. Like I say, it's this part of it is irritating at best. I mean, it's just aggravating as it can be. But that's where we stand right now. Something I wanted to mention. At no time did I see Evel Knievel strapped to this motorcycle when he was standing on the seat. And I didn't notice this, and I don't know why I didn't notice it before, but if you'll look on his boots, he did not have buckles. It was a smooth, just a smooth white boot. But both shoes on the inside, this one really can't tell that much, but you can see the buckle there plain as day. And then you got the strap here, and then the buckle. So I've never seen that in any of the photos that I've looked at. And believe me, I've gone through tons and tons of photos trying to find the right one for this bike. And this motorcycle is not even the same one that's on the box art. And I'll put the box art right here, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. The pipes on the box art will come out right here on the side. And just take a look at this. And you see there, but this bike, the pipes come out on the other side and drag down. The motorcycle that is represented, and I've got a picture of him riding the wheelie with this outfit on. It does not have the red, white, and blue down the side. You know, the red and blue with the white stars down the side. It's just got the little cuff part here. He's got the red, white, and blue around the belt, and the red, white, and blue here on the neck, and then on his helmet. So, you know, he didn't have the detail on his pant legs. So I'll show you the picture here, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The pipes come out on this side of the bike. See, and like I say, even the box art shows the motorcycle in that, you know, that picture. But this motorcycle is one of the early XR750s. He stopped, you know, using the XR750s and started using the it's the 1000 series. I don't know, I'll put it right here. I have, like I said, it was a 1000 series on the bike, but it, you know, it's just crazy. But we're working with what we got. Should only be a couple of more updates and I'll have this one done. So that's it. Enough of me rambling.